morning. Can you jam your hands together to celebrate yourself? May we please rise to our feet as we honor our dear nation and our great institution, the SQI College of ICT. You can shake your body, shake off the fatigue from the weekend, shake it, shake it, shake it, stretch it. It's another amazing moment this morning, and you will love it. All right, are we good to go? National anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Both tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peaceful battle honored, and this we contest gain. Through hand unto our children, a banner we must sing. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build our nation where no man is oppressed. And so keep contending, Nigeria may be blessed.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
Amen. You say amen. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Amen.
You see, a wheat is a wheat, even though some see grass at the inception, okay? So it is my belief, and it is certain that Nigeria is becoming, okay? All right, can we move on to SQI National Anthem? Then I have this nudge to gift somebody this morning. You came into SQI during this batch of the last scholarship beneficiaries, and you know how to sing the school anthem. Can you fall out? I have a great gift for you. You joined us within the last, how many months now, Mr. Shea? In the last 2 months, at least you've witnessed 2 months, MindTalk, this is the third one. You've joined us in the last 2 months, and you are very certain of yourself that you can sing the school anthem. Can I see you? Going 1, going 2, going 3, 4. Come on, celebrate her, please. Come. Can we please celebrate this young lady? Amazing. What's your name, ma'am?
David Rodia.
Rodia is going to lead us in the school anthem this morning. Can we jam our hands together to celebrate her? All right, Lydia. Yeah.
We do not have it all the time, so we cherish every moment and give it all our best and see.
a tech continent, one mind at a time. Another round of applause for Rodia. Thank you very much, Rodia. Bro, don't forget the gift too.
No problem.
Making Africa a tech continent. Making Africa a pool of tech talent. Please, let's have our seats. All right. Good morning, tech citizens. You can do better now. Good morning, tech citizens. All right. Good morning, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The guest speaker, which will be here soon, the management, the staff members, the students, the parents, and everyone seated here today. I would also like to specially and warmly recognize our campuses in and outside Nigeria. I would like to warmly welcome SQI Osogbo for joining us. Please, you can do better for SQI Osogbo. You people, you see that I've mentioned you first now, so that you allow me enter when I get home. So moving on, SQI Dugbe campus, a round of applause. SQI Road campus, a round of applause. SQI Challenge campus, a round of applause. SQI Abeokuta campus, a round of applause. SQI Abuja campus, a round of applause. And to our famous virtual campus, another round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us for the September edition of MindTalk, the one I would like to refer to as the life-changing edition. I know you agree with me that this edition is going to be special. Now, looking at my dressing, you already know it's going to be special because I'm not wearing heels today and I'm not wearing gown. So, if I apart from the heels and the gown, I strongly believe that this is going to be a life-changing moment for each and every one of us. So, welcome to MindTalk, and please give yourselves a round of applause. All right, my name is Mercy Achibade, and I'm glad to be your co-host for today. So sit back, get your pens ready, and get your mind open. Once again, welcome to MindTalk. You want to clap? Feel free. Thank you. Yes, coming up next is the brief book review by Soluwani Akitude. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the beautiful, elegant, exceptional, and quintessential Soluwani Akitude. You can do better. Come on.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Soluwani Akitude, and I'm here to do the book review for the book we read last month and to introduce us to the book we are reading this month. So last month we read The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. So the book is written as a collection of parables. I mean, it had a lot of stories. And then we had the main character, Akkad, the richest man in Babylon, who took us through a lot of financial principles. And then there are 7 major key lessons to having these financial principles. And the first one is starting thy purse to fattening, which means pay yourself first. So Akkad told the young men that if you earn, no matter the amount you earn, you must always save 10% of your earnings. So, and in Babylon, then they earn in coins. He said that if you earn 10 coins, you spend only 9 and save 1 for yourself. But in today's world, we call that savings. That means, for example, if you earn 100,000, you are actually to save 10,000 for yourself. And it is easier today in our world today because we have savings apps that is going to automate the process to make it easier. Example of the app like PiggyVest or Cowrywise. And then he said something that you should start small, no matter the amount. You should not procrastinate because there is no perfect time to start. And the second one is control thy expenditures, which means live below your means. So Akkad explained that our desires grow as our income increases, but the true discipline is controlled spending. Fake life is actually expensive, and it doesn't work because somebody is going to be making people that actually don't care about you just care or something. And then he said something that when we get a raise, we suddenly want to get new things, but we should have a budget and stick to it. The third thing is to make thy gold multiply, which means to invest wisely. Money is like a worker. If you invest it, it brings back more workers. Meaning, if you invest your money, it brings more profit. But in today's world, there are different means of investing, like in businesses, in stocks, real estate, or mutual funds. But it takes patience. So Akkad teaches that money grows like a tree. When you plant the seed today, you water it with patience, and then you enjoy the profit later. The fourth thing is to guard your treasures from loss, which means you should be wise with your investment. Do not enter into any investment without knowledge. So you seek ideas from trusted experts before you go into any investment. A disciplined person researches, seek advice, and wait for steady and safe returns instead of gambling on promises. The fifth one is to make thy dwelling a profitable investment, which means that you should own a property, or you own assets. So in Babylon, Akkad advised people to own their homes instead of paying rent forever. But this one doesn't apply to everybody now. But if you can afford this today, it means you could buy a land, build or own digital property today. And then you should be disciplined about it. You start small, and then you be patient to wait till the right time to enjoy the reward. The sixth thing is to enjoy a future income. That means prepare for tomorrow, having a retirement plan. Akkad reminded people that one day we'll all grow old and will not be able to work like in the days of our youth. So we should plan for retirement, pension, having passive income or investment that will sustain when we can no longer work. And then the seventh thing is to increase thy ability to earn, meaning to invest in yourself. Akkad also, he started poor, but he learned from rich people. He learned from his mistakes too. So it means that we should invest in ourselves, take courses, go for professional trainings, because the biggest investment isn't the biggest asset you own is actually not lands, not buildings, but it is you. So you invest in yourself. We no longer carry gold coins in leather pouches, but the principle is unchanged, meaning that the same principle they applied in the past 1,000 years is still the same principles that we are going to apply now. So the difference between poverty and wealth is not luck. It is discipline, patience, and refusing to procrastinate. So the richest man in Babylon is not a character from the past. It could be you when you apply these 7 principles, which means when you save, you control your spending, you invest wisely, you avoid foolish risk, you own assets, prepare for old age. That means having a retirement plan, and also to keep improving yourself. So for this month, the book for this month is 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is the co-founder of PayPal, Palantir, and an early investor in Facebook. The book is about how to create innovative businesses that shape the future rather than copying what exists. It teaches how to think differently about innovation, avoid competition, and build businesses that create the future instead of repeating the past. So please join us this month as we read 0 to 1. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Toluwani Akin today. How many people agree with me that it takes a level of boldness and audacity to be able to stand in front of people? How many people believe that with me? Yeah, so it's not easy. Even if you see me doing like this, a lot of work. I've rehearsed, right? So it's not easy. So please, another round of applause for Toluwani. And of course, I would like to see more people, more ladies like Toluwani, more ladies, moderating events like I do, more ladies handling the book review like Toluwani, more ladies like our guest speaker today, more ladies into tech, into business, into finance, into AI. We can do it, right? Ladies? We can. That yes is not loud. Can we do it, yes or no? Yes. Very good. And I can't wait to see you do that. So coming up next is our Icebreaker session. They say, work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So I would like us to welcome Mr. Dolapo or Deshola for the Kahoot game session. Please, a round of applause. Don't stop until he gets here.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming again. It's nice to see our faces. Good morning, ma. It's nice to see you again. So it's my favorite time of MindTalk. That's our Kahoot quiz competition. Are we ready? Are we ready? So, powered by Earmint, our proud sponsor. For those of you that don't know already, Earmint, made by yours truly, founded by yours truly, an SQI alumni, one of the best fintech applications out there. Those of you who are studying software engineering, by the time you are going outside, don't forget us, right? Don't forget us. One of our alumni members here is sponsoring this wonderful quiz competition. And a beautiful news about today's quiz competition is that everybody in this hall can join now. Before we were struggling with 40, 50 AB. Now everybody in this hall can join, even across all other campuses too. So let's give our sponsors a round of applause. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you know how it is. Our top 3 winners, they'll be getting a gift from Earmint. And so let me read out the instructions again. Let me read out the what? Instructions again. People like Awire and the likes, if you don't follow my instructions, you are not going to win my prize. Nobody will beg for you. All right. So number 1, if you're joining Kahoot.it, Kahoot.it. Right. So to get our prizes today, you need to have an Earmint account. Earmint account. If you don't have an Earmint account, if you win, don't come out here. Don't come to this place, right? And also, if you're joining from Ogbomoso, use your nickname and hyphen your campus code OGB. If you're joining from Ibadan, your name hyphen your campus code IB. If you're joining from Abuja, your name or your nickname hyphen ABJ. You're joining from Abeokuta, hyphen your nickname hyphen ABK, right? And if you're joining from Oshogbo, I had to mention Oshogbo because I saw before they do something, right? So are we ready? I hope I'm not blocking anybody. Don't say you feel because I'm blocking you. All right, media, are we ready? Kahoot.it. So I am waiting for participants. 325-454. 325-454. Come, we have more than 100 people here. Why nobody wants to join our game? What's going on? All of you joining. I hope you have Earmint on your phone. If you want to download Earmint, go to your iOS App Store. For Android, go to your Play Store. So beautiful. I don't know if I should allow BAM Oshogbo or staff members. I don't know. I mean, I planned for him last month. I forgot that I planned to plan for him. But Nova, what? Some of you are not following instructions, and you will fail. Follow instructions. Change your names. If you're joining here, I want to see your name like this. Your name, the campus you're joining from, right? Someone like John now, Emerald, Esther/Ibadan. Okay, well, I will take that. Iben Oshogbo. If you are joining and you don't have your campus well represented here, you're not part of also. Cruz IB, Angel OS. Is it operating system or what? Huh? I said OSG now. All right. We have 99. See our sponsors. Before we were struggling with 40, 45. Now we're having almost 99. Let's give our sponsors a round of applause again. Thank you. Case. If you win and you don't have your campus represented, see, even if the rector begs for you, I will not accept to. Yinka ABJ. Let's join from other campuses too. Ibadan, Iwo Road, Abeokuta, Challenge Campus, Virtual Campus, Abuja Campus. Are we ready? Please let me check online the comments section too, if they are ready. 30 more seconds. All right, thank you. You want to count? All right. Thank you for taking instructions. Sheon Challenge, Corridor Ogbomoso, Sunny Oshogbo, Emerald Oshogbo, Just Oluwa, okay. Kinika, what? Kilambaka. What the? Grant Abeokuta. Tori Oshogbo, okay. Fav OSG, Samad. Take instruction. If you pass here, I will fail you. Just okay. So we're starting in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start. All right. Read the questions. You know how the answer is picked. The question will show on your phone. Just pick the answers on your phone. In digital literacy, why is cloud storage important for group work? You have just okay. All right. All right. I forgot to mention something. If you are too slow, what's it low? Next. So it's fastest fingers. Aremo. Wow. Wow. That's beautiful. Next. Oh, for some of you who are around last session, a DDoS attack targets users' bank accounts, social media accounts, network server, massive traffic, very strong passwords. All right, we're getting somewhere. Next. Read the question very well. It shows you are also paying attention. Aremo wasn't paying attention. That's what it means. Layo OGB. I'm rooting for you. Next. That's my campus anyway. So, when exporting a large graphics file from Photoshop, Figma, the app crashes. What is the most realistic reason? All right. Who will stay here? All right. There's always an excuse for everything. Beautiful. Read the question properly. Next. Next. I like this. Come, we've not seen a wire. Next. Why does everyone, software engineers, UI UX designers, even those in digital, use GitHub? To avoid paying for storage, to boost computer speed, to automatically fix broken apps, to track and merge versions of work. We're doing great. We're doing great. Come, who are those that picked to avoid paying for storage? Huh? Huh? GitHub. Next. You can't be in SQI and say you've never heard of GitHub. Wow. This is more competitive than the last one. So. Next. In a project, a designer pushes assets while a dev edits HTML. Suddenly, the project fails to build. What causes this? Okay. You know, some people still choke wrong keyboard layout. That's fine. Next. I like this. Ogumosho is leading the chart. Other campuses, let's go, please. Next. During a Twitter or X outage, what is the most probable contributing factor? I mean, we've all experienced this. Twitter is down. Why? What do you think could contribute to that? All right, we're getting somewhere. If you chose the right answer, it means you know what you're doing. So yeah, infrastructure scaling issues is a large contribution to Twitter X, being down. More users, it needs more infrastructure. Next. This is awesome. Next. On the most serious note, is AY in the building? Okay, yeah. Which of the following passwords provides the strongest? I think media, you can help me. Control plus to zoom in a bit, so that people can see the options. Control plus. If that works anyway. It should work. All right. Let me ask a question. Are the questions hard? They're not hard. We're tech-based persons. Everybody here is tech inclined. Great. Next. Sorry, before you press next, please, other campuses, let's show up here too, because my campus here is doing really, really great. Thank you. Next. It's nice to see OGB. I mean, it's the headquarters, so, right. Which option best explains the principles of two-factor authentication, 2FA? Okay, I'll read it. Using two separate devices to access one account simultaneously, logging in from multiple geographical locations at the same time, changing your password multiple times, more to strengthen activity, security requiring both the password and an additional verificational factor. Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, I mean, we all see 2FA on our devices, right? So we should know that already. Next. I like this. I like this competition. Next. Then you can always make a comeback, right? What best describes phishing in cybersecurity? Wow. is not game. It's exam. But some are getting it right now. Next. Yeah, nickname is maintaining his lead. Next. What does the padlock icon in a browser's address bar usually indicate? We all should get this. Everybody in this hall should get this. Okay. Next. Yeah, we're doing it. Movie. All right, Richie Ochi. You can always make a comeback. I see you're the highest climber here, so you just have to be fast in picking your answers, and you can get to the scoreboard here. Next. Why do most laptops slow down when running heavy IDEs, e.g. VS Code, Android Studio, Blender, simultaneously? You have a laptop and you're running Premiere Pro, Audition, Illustrator, on your 2 gig RAM. All right, next. Nicknames wants to win here. Next. All right. What's the main purpose of an MVP, minimum viable product? To generate maximum profit immediately, to replace the final product entirely, to test the product idea with available resources and validate market demand. Beautiful. Yeah, for some of you that will be building startups, right? What most investors are interested in is your MVP at first, right? So that is what will show them whether they want to give you money or not give you money, right? Next. Was it Layo I was talking about at that time? Okay, it was something OG. Next. All right. Which funding stage typically comes first for startups? Series A, Series B, seed, pre-seed. Which one comes first? I mean, logically speaking. Right. But actually, yeah, the pre-seed comes first, then Series A, and the next. Next. Tinubu OGB. Oh my God. It's back. All right, next. What does burn rate measure? This is squeeze. Speed of product development, number of users lost per month, how quickly a startup spends its capital. Burn rate is how quickly a startup spends its capital, the amount of time that they have to spend money that they have has been invested in their business. Next. Wow, nickname is really not letting up. Next. Which is the primary advantage of bootstrapping a startup? I think this question was asked last month too. So for those of you who went to go and find out what bootstrapping means, you should be able to answer this. Yeah, retaining equity and control. In short, bootstrapping is actually is self-funding, right? Unlike investors coming to invest in your business, bootstrapping is another style of funding your business. This one comes from your personal pocket, so you have control, right? Nobody is fighting equity with you. So yeah. Next. Jeez. Next. All right. What is the primary function of the Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria, the CAC? All right, let's go. Next. All right, next. The CAC was established under which law? Now, your reaction should not be right? When you see questions like this, they are very, very important in your journey going forward as tech persons, right? So you should know these things. You should watch the news. You should read your newspapers, and not just, bury yourself with code and every other thing. Next. All right, next. Which of the following is not a business entity registered with CAC? Some of you have ideas. You want to register? You should know the right place to go to. Yeah. All except cooperative societies. Next. Wow. People who started first are not finishing first. Though. Next. It's amazing. Nowhere is not even in top 10. Which Nigerian agency is primarily responsible for tax collection? IRS, SEC, CAC, CBN. Tax collection. Look at the question properly. All right. I know you pick CBN. Next. IRS, Inland Revenue Service. Next. I think we're having our winners. Why do organizations adopt cloud solutions? To reduce infrastructure costs, to guarantee free internet access for employees, to eliminate cybersecurity threat entirely, to improve electricity consumption. Yeah, to reduce IT infrastructure costs. You can find out why, really. Next. And last question. Wow. Remember, we're just getting 3 winners here. 3. So, next, for the last question. What methodology is widely used in tech project management? Static, bureaucratic, agile, waterfall. Waterfall, static, bureaucratic, agile methodology. If you're an NID student here and you missed this. All right, next. So let's see the podium for the first 3 winners. If you see your name, kindly come out. Number 3 is Mosh. Number 2 is AJ from Ogbomoso campus. And number 1 is Steph from Ogbomoso campus. Please come out very, very fast. Come out very, very fast. Fast. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause, please. Line up this way. Very, very fast. Please line up this way. Wow. Hello. Thank you. First, do you have an Emmys account? 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 You don't have an Emmys account. Why didn't you take my instruction? It was there. Okay. There's not a problem. So you're going to just download an Emmys app, right? Not now because we can't wait for you. Download an Emmys app, get your account number and register your name with Mr. Timmy Alamu, right? And we'll see what our sponsors are for you. Mr. Timmy Alamu is that very handsome man in the cap there, that very nice attire. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Yeah, you will get in touch with our sponsors to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and let's have a wonderful MindTalk session, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and let's have a wonderful MindTalk session, everyone. Thank you so much.
Another round of applause for Mr. Dolapo Deshola. Mr. Dolapo, don't go here too. After this result, number 1, I did not see Oshogbo. Is that fair? No, so that it won't be like I'm just for Oshogbo. I did not see Abuja. I did not see Abeokuta. Iworo Dugbe. But I would like to tell you that this result, we declare it inconclusive. That's number 1. We will challenge this result at the court of law and we will meet. So get all your money, all your lawyers, get them ready. Amajofa. Let's meet there. Another round of applause for him. Thank you very much, Mr. Dolapo. All right, so we are gradually getting to the session for today, but we would like to play a short video that tells us about why we are having MindTalk. Now, if you've been attending MindTalk in the last 1 year, can you just wave your hands? 6 months? 3 months? If this is your first time attending MindTalk, wave your hands. You're menu. Well, that's fine. That's why we are doing this. So what we are doing next, media, is that we'll be projecting the video for why we are having MindTalk. I would have loved to talk more about it, but listen to this. Thank you.
A while ago, a research was carried out, and it was discovered that although 100% of students attended classes equipped with the same tools, taught by the same instructors, and in the same conducive environment, yet their success rates vary significantly after their studies. It was then discovered that the secret to success wasn't just in the mastery of skills. It is deeply rooted in the excellence of character, unwavering dedication, and consistent efforts. And thus, MindTalk was born. In 2018, MindTalk started at SQI College of ICT in order to increase not only the percentage rate of student success, but also imbibe students with excellent character through effective communication, emotional intelligence, adaptability, teamwork, problem-solving skills, time management, leadership, conflict resolution, work ethics, networking, consistency, empathy, confidence, resilience, excellence, integrity, discipline, accountability, positivity, and curiosity. At MindTalk, we envision a future where every student is not just academically empowered, but undergoes a transformative journey that enriches every facet of their lives. And our vision is to be a guiding force, fostering holistic development and creating a community where students emerge as resilient, socially conscious, and enterprising individuals. This is MindTalk.
Another round of applause for that. Thank you very much. All right, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's the time of the moment. I would like to quickly introduce our guest speaker for today. And I would like to say that she's someone who is the perfect definition of someone who is constantly evolving, unlimited, and unboxed. She's someone who wakes up with new energy every day, new ideas, new vision. You will still clap. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I believe that she's someone that deeply believes in inclusive living, intentional living, and transformative living. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to quickly introduce our guest speaker for today. Olamide Alawo Akala is a visionary entrepreneur, agribusiness leader, and leadership consultant. With over 20 years of diverse experience across sectors. She's the founder of Umera Farms and Umera Business School, where she has empowered thousands of young Nigerians through initiatives like the Umera Boost Conference. As a certified John Maxwell leadership coach, she leads the Africa Made for More Conference, a transformative platform for nurturing emerging leaders across Nigeria. She has served as an executive board member and audit committee chair at Doje Microfinance Bank since 2011. Her academic credentials include a diploma in law from the University of Jos, a BSc in sociology from Bowen University, an MSc in human resource management from the University of Salford, UK. Thank you. And a certificate in disruptive strategy from Harvard Business School. She's currently pursuing a PhD in international agribusiness at Leeds University, Ibadan. Thank you. She's the author of The Rich Christian and 9 Strategies Business Startups Fail to Recognize, and the founder of CEO Women, an initiative empowering rural women since 2018. She's also building Alavia Village, the most attractive agro-tourism resort in Nigeria, a destination for peace, nature, wellness, and economic transformation through sustainable agriculture. Her impact has earned her numerous accolades, including a professional fellowship doctorate from CIPRMP Ghana, and awards from the NYSC, Eloy Awards, Ondo State Government, among others. She's a fellow of the Institute of Corporate Administration and a member of the Lions Club. Olamide Shibulade Alao Akala exemplifies the power of knowledge, the promise of agribusiness, and the lasting impact of visionary leadership. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can I crave your indulgence to please rise on your feet as we celebrate and welcome our guest speaker for today, Dr. Olamide Shibulade Alao Akala. Please don't stop until she gets here. You can do better.
Thank you. Please sit down. Good morning, everyone. It's such an honor to be here this morning. I was here before, and I'm happy to be here again. I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Aderitoye. I don't know if I'm right. Is it Mr. O? I want to say a very big thank you for doing this and doing it in Ogbomoso. There is the Abuja campus, there is the Lagos campus, and those are very attractive locations to set the headquarters in. But he decided to put the headquarters in Ogbomoso here. And for that, we are very grateful. We are very, very grateful. And it is not compulsory that every school should set up a program where they rewire and re-engineer the minds of the students. But he has decided to do it, and I must tell you that apart from what you're learning in class, apart from the tech, whatever tech you guys call it, tech IT, everything that you're learning in class, this is the most important, because this is what will guide you throughout life. I tell people, if you like be a doctor, if you like be an engineer, if you like be a teacher, whatever it is that you're in life, if your mind is not re-engineered, if you don't go through the school of life, this is the school of life. If you don't go through this, you will end up being a different person, somebody who is not, you'll be good with skills, yes. You can be skilled, but if your character is flawed in the marketplace, you might have money, but you will not go far in life. And money is not everything. Money is not what makes you fulfill your purpose in life. You can have money and not fulfill purpose. You can have money and not be fulfilled within yourself. That's why you find out that you hear on the news, oh, somebody who was very rich, a doctor just woke up one day and committed suicide. Or an engineer who was very rich, who has the Bugatti and the everything, just woke up one day, killed his wife, killed himself, and killed his children. Because there was a lack of fulfillment. There was a lack of understanding about life. This life is filled with battles. You get to that tech company, tomorrow you are probably working in Google, or you're working in Apple. Anywhere you find yourself, there will be battles. And it does not end. As you're coming out of one battle, you're stepping into another one. And if your mind is not well equipped to deal with the battles of this life, you just want to quit. You just want to quit. I've met somebody before who, she was a doctor, and she just one day, just in the UK, not even in Nigeria, one day she just went to the top of the house and she jumped. She did not die. She wanted to kill herself, commit suicide, but at the end of the day she didn't die. Why would you do that in your beautiful home that you used your money to buy? So the battles will not end. You will get married, you will go into the workplace, and you will meet all of these things. But because your mind is equipped, because of the things that you have listened to, you understand that it is life. It is life. And you are built to withstand it. You are built on a rock to withstand the storm when it comes. And this is what will help you. This is what will help you. They will not ask you then what CAC is, or what troubleshooting is, or when you face those battles. Nobody cares if you know what the meaning of troubleshooting, or is it G-bit. Nobody will ask you all of that. GitHub, hey. Nobody will ask you what the meaning of GitHub is. But the empowerment that you have gone through with this MindTalk series is what will help you. And I want to believe that when you leave the four walls of SQI and you get out of here, wherever you find yourself, you keep equipping your mind. You keep equipping your mind. I don't want to really go biblical with you people. The mind is where the devil attacks. And if you're not careful, if you allow your mind to be attacked by the devil, you will lose the battle. I tell my 5-year-old, which is the youngest that I have at the moment, that look, this life is filled with battles. When you were in secondary school, you faced battles you did not know. In university, you face battles. Some of you are facing battles even at home with your parents. Maybe daddy is there and mommy is not there. Maybe mommy is there and daddy is not there. Or maybe something is going on in the home with mommy and daddy and it's affecting you. It's a battle. But you have to build yourself and be strong. And the kind of things that they say at the MindTalk here, and the kind of things they will say at conferences, seminars, or wherever you find yourself in the future, are the things that would help you to build your mind against all of these battles. So this morning, I'm going to be talking to you about the power of the subconscious mind. You know, when I got here and I sat and I saw, oh, MindTalk, that's what it's called. Yes, it's true, MindTalk. And I'm actually talking about the power of the subconscious mind. Your mind is what drives you towards success, and your mind is the same thing that drives people towards failure. It's just that mind. It's nothing else. It's the long and short of everything. See, let me tell you something. She read all those bio, blah, blah, blah. Do you think there are times when I sit down and I just think that, what am I doing all that I'm doing? I ask myself. I still asked myself last week. And it is this same me that will tell me again, well, no, this is the reason why you are doing this. And then I'll start listing out the reasons to remind myself why I'm doing all the things I'm doing, so that I don't forget. I don't want to believe it's just me. Sir, do you go through that sometimes? Wondering, look, if it's just me and my children, we'll be okay. Let me just get out of here. I think about it sometimes. It's the mind. It's the mind playing battles with you. The automatic negative thoughts will just keep coming. But whatever you build yourself with, whatever knowledge you build yourself with, remember I started reading out things because I've written them down. The reasons why I'm doing the things I'm doing. So that even when the mind comes and that battle comes trying to tell me that, Kelon, what are you doing? Why are you building a Lafia village? What do you want to go and do in the bush? Do you understand? When you come to the place. I don't even understand what I'm saying. It happens. Why do I want to be a tech? What am I? Why do I need to do this tech stuff? Is it even going to be valid in the next 5 years? Is it even going to, this one that AI is taking over? Maybe I should just do AI. I don't even understand. You keep wondering, am I in the right course? Don't let your mind deal with you. It's your own, control it. It's your what? Control it. So the power of a subconscious. Okay, thank you so much. Do I have a? Or they just keep flipping it for me? Oh, okay. All right. So, does anybody know what the subconscious mind is? It has to be interactive, please. The subconscious mind. Can somebody just make an attempt? You want to make an attempt? Good, beautiful. Please come out. Thank you. Yes, clap for him.
Good morning, ma. So, I think it's the part of you that makes you decide without thinking. So you don't do a lot of cognitive thinking. You just act. So it's that part that is yes, like the programmed part of your mind.
So like it's. Thank you. Like it's programmed. Okay, so you're driving a car. I want to give you an example. You're driving a car to work every day, and from work back home every day. It gets to a point you don't have to think about it anymore. Once you enter the car after work, or you're going into a bus, once you go out of SQI, you know the bus, you know where to go and stand. You don't have to think about it. It's programmed. It's in your subconscious. You're sleeping at night and you're thinking of certain things in your sleep. Some will say it's dream, but your mind has been fed throughout the day, throughout the month. Right from your childhood, your mind has been fed. And then while you're sleeping, there's some things that will just keep popping up. So whatever you give your mind to is what your mind would work with. I hope, please, if this is difficult to understand, I want you two guys to let me know. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So your mind is programmed. So this is an IT class now, maybe tech school. So you guys, you program something into your system, maybe, right? And then he has to just follow what you're programmed into it. That's how the brain works. That's exactly how the brain works. Now, please, can you give me the next slide? Because there are factors that feed your subconscious mind. The next one. Yeah, the three factors. No, back. Yeah, the three factors that form the subconscious mind. There's so many things. I'll just be dealing with three today. You can go to the next slide, please. Which is the environment. The environment in which you find yourself. The environment in which you find yourself that has told you that you cannot be better than what you already are. And now a lot of people will think that this is just the physical environment. The physical environment, yes, but the spiritual environment is also involved. I know some of my mates who, when they were growing up, and they left university, they probably went to school, primary school in Ogbomoso, secondary school in Ogbomoso, they went to Lautech, and immediately they left Lautech, they ran away. Because they felt that the environment was not going to get them to where they wanted to get to, was not going to help them amount to what they want to become. While that is true, it is also a lie. While that is true, it is also a lie. In every environment, we have the successful people and we have the people that are not successful. And it is how you pick the people in the environment in which you belong to that will determine the kind of environment that you're existing in, that you're living in. Mr. Aderito, who wants SQI, probably grew up in Ogbomoso, I'm not sure. No. But he is in Ogbomoso today with this beautiful school that is changing the lives of you beautiful people. So, I would say this. You can be in Ogbomoso and not be in Ogbomoso. Am I speaking to you? You can be in Ogbomoso, yes, we don't have the high-rise buildings, we don't have the Atlantic Ocean, we don't have all of those things, but you can be in Ogbomoso and still not be in Ogbomoso. Because you have decided to live beyond what is around you, because you are intentional about what you place in your environment. As students, some of you are staying in hostels, right? Some of you are staying in maybe your parents' place, and you have a space that belongs to you. It's probably a tiny room to yourself, right? It's probably just a tiny room to yourself. When you get to that tiny room today, I want you to look at the four walls of that tiny room. That is your space for now. And it's going to get bigger than that as you grow older. But in that little space, you want to place things around you that speaks into your future, that feeds your subconscious mind. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Where do you want to work when you grow up?
In a big tech company.
In a big tech. Just be specific, please. You have to be specific with your dreams. Be specific with your words. Don't just say a big tech company. Okay? So do you have any tech company in mind? Is anybody here who has a tech company in mind where they want to work? Please come. Good
morning, ma. I someday want to work with Meta, not just as a tech guru, but also as a content creator.
Okay, so she wants to work with Meta. Now she gets back to her room today and she posts on her wall, in the next 5 years I'm working in Meta. I am building contents for them. Thank you for that. Do you know that there was 2 weeks ago I was going through LinkedIn and I saw a lady who wanted to work with Microsoft. She got rejected at the American embassy 5 different times to get a visa. By the time she got a visa, she got to America. She went to school or something, to school somewhere. I can't remember what the story was. But she got rejected several times. Then finally she got a job somewhere that led her to Microsoft. In fact, Microsoft had to seek her out. Why? Because she was posting content on her LinkedIn that was related to Microsoft. She was not yet in America. She was still in Nigeria. She was in the East. And she was posting content about Microsoft for Microsoft on her LinkedIn page. Today she works in Microsoft. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying about your environment. She wants to work for Meta. She gets some today. She puts it on her wall. Now, she wakes up every day and she sees Meta on her wall. She's going to the bathroom. She sees Meta. One day she gets home. She just says, let me even post something about Meta. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Because she's seeing it constantly. Seeing it constantly. I don't know if it please, where's my iPhone? I want to see if okay, so one day I was, you know how they say focus. Some of us don't have the gift of focus. Before, I just want to quickly say this before I'm just deviating a bit. Someone like me, as you see me here, I don't have the gift of focus. I'm always trying to focus. Ideas, they want to kill me. Ideas want to kill me. So one day, when they announced that the owner of Tata died, and then I was trying to read up on him, and I saw that Tata had bought Range Rover. He was owner of Vivanta. He was owner of Tanera. He was owner of Tetley. Good Health. Do you know how many companies this guy had? I had to screenshot it and I put it on my phone. But when you can't focus, remember Tata. And my prayer point changed that day. In fact, you know what? It didn't change immediately. It was after keep looking at this every day on my phone, keep looking at it. And then I kept wondering, how do you want to have so many companies? How do you want to do so many things? God, I don't want to do so many things. Why do you keep giving me these ideas? Give me email, let me give them the ideas to do it. But one day somebody asked me, please, I want to pray for you. Give me a prayer point to pray for you. Out of nowhere, I just said, God, give me gift of men. And since that day, everywhere I go, Gift of men. If they ask me what's your prayer point today, I'll say gift of men. Do you understand? Because I know that without men, I cannot do this. I'm looking for funds to build Alafia village. So I said, okay, how do I do this? I wrote a check to myself. I snapped the check. The check is my wallpaper. I don't want you to see how much is there. The check is my wallpaper. Can you see my wallpaper? You can see the check here. So I keep looking at that check. Every time I open my phone, I'm looking at it. Let me just tell you, it's 20 billion that is there. Really, don't worry, small. Before I got to the level of looking at 20 billion, I've done 1 million, 2 million, 3 million for stages. So I put the check on my phone. I snap it, I put it on my phone. That's my environment. Your phone today is your environment. The space in which you sleep and wake up is your environment. My brother came to my house to visit me. This check, I did not only snap it though. I put it in my bathroom. So my brother went to my bathroom and saw the check and came back and said, Stalamide, hey. Do you get? He's also praying for me already. So you have to fill your environment with the things that you want. The things you want to be achieve, you want to achieve, and you need to be very specific with it. That's one of the first rule of SMART goals. I'm sure they've taught you SMART goals. Specific, measurable. Thank you. You have to be specific. You have to know what you want. Write it down and put it on your wall. It doesn't matter if your wall is too much. I have a board. On that board, different things. God, alliances. I want this. I want that. You are your environment. You are what? Your environment. And then you go to bed at night with all of these things that you're surrounded with all the things you've been looking at on your phone. I think I said it last time I came here, that what you follow is what will follow you. If you're on Instagram following nonsense, the nonsense will follow you in your life. Because whether you like it or not, if once you see it, it has entered your subconscious. Once you see that nonsense that you are following, it has entered your subconscious. And once your subconscious registers it, it's also feeding your conscious mind. That is why you can enter your car. I can enter my car after close of work and just be driving, and it will take me straight, even when I don't want to go home. But my subconscious has ruled my consciousness, and then I'm going straight home. And when I get to the gate, that's the power of programming. So now that you know that your mind can be programmed by the things that are around you, you want to be intentional to put things that you want to see in your future around you. You want to be intentional about your environment. I want to get a A in Mr. B's class. I want to get a whatever. Put it there. It might sound stupid, but put it there.
Millions of songs with high quality audio.
The universe will conspire to bless that thing that you have placed in your subconscious. Because once it's in your subconscious, and there's a connection between your subconscious and your conscious, there is a way that your brain operates on its own without you to find solutions. There's a deeper teaching to these things. There's the theta, delta. I don't want to bore you with things like that. But what I'm trying to let you know is that you have that power to feed your subconscious mind. And because when you go out, there are other things that you might not be able to control. Going from work, the things you see on the main road, the things you understand. But you can be conscious. You can be intentional to say that I will reduce what is being fed in the environment and focus on what I want in my own environment to enter into my subconscious mind. So Feed your environment. Create your own environment. And use it to erase the things that has happened in your past. Because whether you like it or not, there's still some memories there from your childhood. You know, you have a lot of things. You have good pasts that is there. You have the bad ones that are there. The traumas that are there in your past. Trauma is dangerous. You have to find a way to flush it. It doesn't go easily. It doesn't go in one day. But you have to start replacing it. If I'm a child of God, you want to put it there. In the next 6 years, I'm this. 7 years, I'm this. This is what I want. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So feed your environment. So that your environment can feed your subconscious. So when I say environment, don't be fixated on, oh, I'm in the Ogbomoso, there's no Atlantic Ocean here. It's not about that. Okay? It's not about that. It's what you feed your mind with. And you can be intentional about what you feed your mind with. So the next one is your belief system. I just got a new staff. Let me give you an example. And this morning, before I came here, I was in the office, and I was telling him, do you know how to use Canva? And he said, what was the word he used? He said, no, I use CorelDRAW. I said, that's not what I asked you. I've used CorelDRAW in the past. Do you know how to use Canva? He said, I like to use CorelDRAW because CorelDRAW is efficient, is this. He wanted to start giving. I said, look, I'm not looking for somebody with a fixed mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, you cannot work with me. You can't be so set on a belief system that does not produce results and believe that that's what I believe. Now, there's nothing wrong with using CorelDRAW, but I'm telling you that there's a place for CorelDRAW and there's a place for Canva. If I want you to quickly work on a presentation for me, I want you to quickly work on a simple graphic design for me. My friend, get on Canva and do it and be fast. You don't have to impress me with your designs. Just go and change the font, put the logo and change the colors. And in 10 minutes you are done. CorelDRAW, you want to start constructing for me. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So what am I saying? Sometimes we believe we have a belief system, and that belief system does not serve us sometimes. If a belief system is not serving you, don't find it difficult to drop it. Don't find it difficult to drop it. Where in the Bible does it say that if you wear a cap in church, you will go to hellfire as a man? Is there any place that says it? I had a friend, we went to church one day. I invited him to my church, came to my church. After church, church in you. I said, why? I said, I want boys here, when they want feel, I won't get feel, I want no church. Money, are you there for their salvation, or for your whole salvation of your soul? That's a fixed mindset. As long as it does not bend your value system, as long as nobody is telling you to come and lie, to come and steal, to come and cheat, don't allow the things that are not evil, that are irrelevant, to bother you. Because when you allow the things that are irrelevant to bother your life, you are holding on to a belief system that does not serve you, that does not have anything to do with your growth. They say register your business and put it on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. You say, no, that place is for the devil. I don't go to Instagram and TikTok. It's a belief system. It's a belief system that can soon damage and stunt your growth. So there's some belief systems that don't just serve you. And it's not necessary for you to hold on to them. Be flexible. Say it to myself, be flexible. Be flexible to learn and unlearn. Be flexible. There's a difference between tradition, culture, growth. It's very different. Don't allow your culture or your tradition to, not even culture, don't let me say use the word culture, because some culture systems are good, but don't allow some things to, you will know when you get there. You'll be able to speak to yourself. Don't allow it to stunt your growth. Can somebody give me an example of a belief system that they think might stunt growth? Speak up, speak up, speak up. This is how we do it. Thank you. This is how we do it. Another example.
Some people believe that wealth is gender-based.
Yeah, you see, I'm a woman. I'm only born to just dish out babies. I'm not born to, my husband will do all the stress, will do all the wahala. That's a belief system that can damage you. Even the men, okay, my wife is supposed to be just cook for me. That's a wrong belief system. It's only the woman that is supposed to wash plates. How many people believe that? Don't lie. It's only my sister that is supposed to wash the plates. Don't lie. Yeah? You believe it? You see now? Stand up. What's your name? Daniel, you believe that it's only your sister that is supposed to wash the plates? Tell us. I want to know why.
Because she's the female.
Because
she's the female in the house.
She's a female. So it's washing of plates is for females only. You guys are laughing. It's not funny. You guys are laughing. This can really hinder in so many ways. It can really hinder you in so many ways. Let me tell you why. You can get married, and then your wife is so tired, and you find it difficult to help her to wash the plates. In fact, it's not even tired. Forget that she's tired. A schedule does not work with washing the plates at that particular time, and your schedule does work with washing the plates. And you believe that you need to leave those plates in the sink for her to come and wash it. You see, that's a culture. That's when you know that yes, this is the kind of culture, this is the kind of tradition that you need to drop. This is the 21st century. And if you read your Bible very well, there's nowhere in the Bible that says that the woman is supposed to be washing plates. You will find that even Abraham and Sarah were doing things together. So you do things together. You have to allow your mind to evolve. You see this thing of, it's not just the only one. And thank you so much for speaking up. God bless you. Thank you for standing up. You see, there are so many other people in this room that believe it. And you know what? That belief system came from your subconscious mind. They programmed you as a child when you were growing up. They programmed you as a child. I remember when I was growing up, my mom would just call me and my sister, and then she'll bring out our clothes, my sister's clothes, and my brother's clothes to wash. So in that way, she was trying to push. It's how she grew up. It's not her fault. It's how she grew up. She was programmed that way, and she tried to also program us that way unconsciously. It's an unconscious bias. But you can drop so many unconscious biases as you grow. And that is the reason why you are here this morning. So you can know some of these things. It does not serve you. It does not. There's so many examples. But that's just a few of them. How do you feel when you feel like a woman is supposed to be the one washing the plates, and you now get to that tech company, that big tech company where you want to work, Meta, and they put you under a woman, and the woman is your boss, and you don't even know half of what she, forget boss, your peer, and you don't even know half of what she knows. Will you be able to go and meet her and say, Sarah, please, can you put me through? Will you be able to go and meet her? You see, he said no. See, it does not save you. You have to be able to go and meet her. You listen, you have to learn so many things. It's difficult, but with a growth mindset, you can drop these things. You just said no, that you can't. That would be your peer who knows better than you. You go and meet her. You meet her and tell her, look, teach me. Can we meet after working hours? Let us go through this programming together. Let us go through this software together. Let us look at it with me. It's not a big deal. Are you more important than growth? Are you more focused on your growth or focused on your pride as a man? So your belief system will either make you or mar you. And look, you need to unlearn so many things. Unlearn. Next slide, please. Evolving events. These are the things that happen every day. You listen to the news, right? The dollar is up, the dollar is down. Oh, the economy is bad. The economy in the next 5 years will not be good. Oh, if Nigeria continues like this, the youth do not have a future in Nigeria. Oh, the negative news can never stop rolling. Even in America, you open channel 1 and out of 100 news, 98 is terrible. Oh, there's a breakout of this fever. You're afraid. There's a breakout of this. There's a war. You might get to the Africa. You might get to Africa. You're afraid. Oh, they threw a missile to Dubai. Oh, it has gotten to Qatar. Hey, I don't see. And then your subconscious is receiving it. And then your subconscious is receiving it. And it's storing it. You don't know. And then you want to make one decision. And then that thing triggers. And then you say no to that decision. Just because you have allowed the evolving events to take root in your subconscious. When things like this come into your subconscious, when you see all this news, I don't care, it's not my business. Olamide lives in a different world. That's what I say. Olamide lives in a different world. I was scrolling through Instagram yesterday night, and some guy was giving a testimony about his son that has been looking forward to going to do his masters in Harvard. And then the news came. Trump gave out a and banned and then they had to, you are going to go to the Harvard, don't worry. Forget that news. Forget that news. You will go to the Harvard. And then they lifted the ban. And then they got the admission. And then they gave the testimony. And then they put the ban again. After the testimony. And then the guy said, don't tell anybody. And your brain, just hold on to prayers. Do you understand? So let me tell you something. I know you might think that, she's talking about prayers, spiritual, blah, blah, blah. See, you see this principle we are talking about here? It's a principle that works either you are Christian or Muslim. And the people in the world, they know how to use this principle so well that even we that are not just Christians, that are also, we are spiritual people. I mean, for those of you that are Christians, you have an excess advantage over the people of the world. And people of the world can actually use this principle and it works for them. I choose to ignore the news. Because this Harvard, I am going there. I don't even understand what I'm saying. This is something he has looked forward to for a very long time. And now he is there. So you will not allow the evolving events. Is there anybody in the room who has had an issue when there was a news and it just affected and you just said, and then you did not make any decision? I want an example in the room. Something happened, you heard the news. There's nobody. Or you are shy. Okay, we go on. So don't allow evolving events to take root, to overshadow the things that you have placed on the wall in your room. It will happen. It will happen. So the only way to reverse it, the next slide please. The only way to reverse these things, and I'll rush through my slides now. The only way to reverse these things is by being self-aware. By being self-aware. Know who you are. Know the values that you hold on to. Like for those of you that think that it is a woman's role to do this, it's a man's role to do this, it's a man's role to provide the money in the house, only him, you want to kill him. Do you understand? So for those of you that think you have those strong belief systems, you have to go through a place of self-awareness and say, look, growth over this. Growth over my belief system. Some of your belief systems are right. I'm not saying all of your belief systems are wrong. Some of your belief systems are right, but most of it are wrong. And the only way you can discover this is by being self-aware. Is by being self-aware. I want to encourage you to this. I don't know if your MindTalk has ever done emotional intelligence. You have to find a quiz for them on emotional intelligence. Let them know who they are. They can even go on 16personalities.com to find out the kind of person they are. It's free. 16personalities.com is free. You know, because sometimes, and then you also have to do peer review. Maybe for those of you that already spent 3 years here, let somebody else review me. At some stage in my life, I had to do that. And I could not believe the things they were saying about me. But when I sat down and read everything they said about me, Otonio. Do you understand? And then I had to talk to myself that don't think that you're perfect. Nobody is perfect. And I had to talk to myself that this is where I need to change, this is where I need to change. And I was intentional about purging those things out of my subconscious and replacing it with other affirmations. New visualizations. I said this already. Do new things. Put up new things around you. The power of the mind. Thinking. As a man thinks, so easy. As a man thinks, so easy. That statement is so powerful. And I want you to hold on to it. As a man thinks, please say it after me. As a man thinks, as Olamide thinks, say your name. As Olamide thinks, so is she. That is who you are. Purge your mind. Unlearn some things. Relearn and keep learning. Because as you think, that is who you are. Simple as that. Life consists of what a man thinks daily. So you confess every time you say I am, you are creating who you are. I am beautiful. I am kind. I am giving. I am successful. I am a trailblazer. I lead. I am a leader. I am. Don't make a mistake and say, oh God, I'm so stupid. Don't. Okay, I made a mistake. I will correct it. It's no big deal. and manifestation, which becomes your reality. Which becomes your what? Your reality. He says, I like this quote so much. I love this quote. There is no passion to be found in playing small. It's settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. If you don't fix your mind, you will not know what your capacity is. You will never know. If you don't fix your mind, you will never know the capacity of your mind. So fix it. And don't settle for less. The mind is more powerful than you think. As small as it is, it can carry a whole lot. And it can work together for your good. But you have to be intentional with feeding it with the right things. Intentional. I said this before. Everything that I have said today, an unbeliever would listen to it, work with it, and it will work for them. It will work for them. But if you're a Christian here today and you don't understand that the power of the Holy Spirit would even make it work for you 10x, would make it work for you 10x and even faster. It will. It will. I'll just stop there. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Dr. Olamide Alawakala. You see, when I started the other time, I mentioned that I strongly believe that this edition is going to be a life-changing one. And am I right or wrong? Louder! Awesome. Now, we're supposed to move to we are still going to go to the panel session part, but before we do that, while waiting for the stage to be set, I would like us to do a quick recap. I'll be doing this from my end, but I don't just want it to be limited to me. So I'll be giving 3 people the opportunity to tell me the things that they've learned in the last 30, 40 minutes. So I need just 3 to 4 people. This side, this side, this side, this side. One person. Awesome. Please come forward. Please welcome him as he comes forward. I'm still waiting for this side, and this side. Even the people at the overflow. Please feel free to come forward to tell us the things that you have learned in the last 30 to 40 minutes. Quickly. Women. And we have talked this morning, Please don't fall my hand. Please. Please. Yes, another person is coming forward. A round of applause for him. Another person is coming forward. A round of applause for him. Awesome. Women. A woman is coming forward. A round of applause for her. Thank you very much. So your name and the things you have learned, briefly. Thank you.
My name is Ishola Emmanuel, and I'm very thrilled to be in this program. I've been blessed, and I actually learned a lot from this program. To confirm some of the things that I knew before, and even some things that I never knew before in this version. Some of the things that actually stood out to me is your environment. She mentioned that you can be in a particular location without having to be in that location. She made use of Ogbomoso as an example. So the thing is that I learned that I should always look for how I can maximize the use of my environment, and that I can also define my own environment internally. I can also make use of things that I can see physically, like things that I can place around in the room. And even there was a time that I thought that okay, I can just put some things on the laptop that I use, so that anytime I pick up my laptop to code, to do anything, I can see those things there. So I'm going to maximize the use of those things even more than I've been before. She mentioned being specific with goals. Actually, I'm someone that has goals that are kind of big, like developing software companies and the likes. So I need to do more research and learning of what's the pathway that I need to actually go through to make that goal come alive. She mentioned about belief system. I need to modify my belief system more so that I can actually achieve the goals that I have. She mentioned about flexibility. So sometimes when we think one is flexible, but sometimes one need to get more and more flexible. So these are just some of the things that I've.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for him. Yes. Your name and what you've learned.
I'm Oluwa from Layo.
Okay.
My first point is that I should not let my mind deal with me. It is my own mind, so I should deal with it. The second one is I have the power to feed my subconscious mind. So I'm going to feed it well and create my own environment. And the third one is life that I should go over my belief system. I should take away the former belief system, create a new one to motivate myself.
Awesome, beautiful. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Anime Kaif.
Okay.
So what I've learned so far is that your subconscious mind sees you through your journey of life. That's another thing is.
Did you get that? Please say that again.
Your subconscious mind sees you through your journey of life.
Your subconscious mind sees you through the journey of life. Okay.
So, and as an engineer, because being alive, you are an engineer. So your mind needs to be engineered. If you don't fix your mind, you won't know your capacity. So to sum it up, so we said your subconscious mind sees you through. So as a man, things so easy.
Awesome. Thank you very much. A round of applause for him. Come forward.
My name is Bashir Abdelati.
Okay, Bashir.
So what I've learned and what she has told us, number one is the environment. That we should not allow our environment to limit us. Number two is the self and belief system. We should make our beliefs more wide than we think. So it's the ability the most powerful thing is the ability to bounce back from the failure. Number three is the involving systems. We should not let bad news to affect our subconscious state.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Bashir. A round of applause for him.
Thank you very much, man, for the session. I'm Akuntayo Ayigboyin. Three things actually. First thing, feed your environment good things so it could be reciprocated back to you. You are working towards your future. Feed your environment to what you want to see in the future. Be specific about your goals. Second one, evolving events. Don't let your present stop you from working towards your future. For me, a personal experience, I'm a UI UX designer. Currently, I'm learning phase. I don't have a PC, but I took a resolve that me not having a PC won't stop me from working towards the future I want. So it's an encouragement to everyone to work towards your future no matter what is happening in the present. And the third one is, I feel is the most important thing, the aspect of life leadership. As a student of leadership, I believe everyone should work towards self-developmental goals. You are working towards your future, you can lead the team, lead everybody, but develop yourself in the learning phase, wait, learn, and stay there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for him. Protocol. Okay, thank you. All right, so let me quickly run through what I have here before we go to a very short panel session. So, a quick recap. I joined a session of students presenting a few weeks ago or some days ago, and then when this particular student comes up, he said, "I already told my instructor that this presentation is below average, so don't expect anything much from me." When I heard that, I was like, "What do you mean? Why will you say that?" True to his words, it was even below average. So when he presented, I said, "Do you know what you just did?" He said, "No." I said, "You already spoke negative words into the future, even before you get there. So you already conditioned your mind that this thing that I want to present will make sense. And even the matter makes sense, the words that you spoke into the future is what is working for you." Right? So I had to tell him that, see, next time, even if what you're presenting is not worth it, don't tell us. We don't need to know that. Right? Even if you feel like I'm not good, the person is not good enough, don't act like it. Right? And that's one thing that creatives, techies, entrepreneurs deal with. Imposter syndrome. Feeling like you're not enough. feeling like, can I do this? Feeling like, am I even sufficient enough? When people, I don't know if it happens to you, ma, but it's not every time that I go out to speak that I feel like, oh, like 100%, right? But I still do it regardless. And people come to me and say, oh, you did this, you're amazing. But it is because I've conditioned my mind to know that anything I set my hands to do, I will excel at it. So it's a matter of the mind. Even if you don't look like it, act like it, right? Even if you're just wearing one shoe today and nobody knows you, still act like you're going to be there. So it's a matter of the mind. Another thing that you said that really, resonate with me is the fact that you said what you follow determines what follow you, or who you follow determines what follows you. I'm not surprised when people say on my Twitter or on my Facebook, I'm only seeing rubbish things. Why won't you see rubbish things? The people you are following. To be honest, you cannot be following people that inspires you every day, or people who are on the path of where you are going to, and be seeing rubbish. You'll be inspired every day, like, I want to be like this person. I also want to have this. I want to have this business. I want to be like this person. Because those are the people you are following. So this is also a challenge to everyone seated here today, that go after this event today, do an audit of your social media followers, right? Check through them. This person, is this person destroying my life or helping me? I was listening to a podcast yesterday. Okay, let me just, to avoid allegedly. So I was listening to a podcast yesterday. I had listened to that podcast before, but this time, the other time, the wife was interviewed, and she said, if your husband is cheating, if you go to another man, he will also cheat. When I watched that podcast, I was like, what do you mean? Okay, now the husband too was now interviewed, and he said the same thing. He was like, if the wife, okay, if the husband is cheating, if the wife leaves, that place she is going to, they will still cheat on her. I'm like, this is a family trait. I quickly leave that podcast, say, the fact that they have conditioned their mind. Now, two things are wrong for me. They have conditioned their mind to know that cheating is a normal thing in the family. Because if it is not, the wife will not be justifying cheating, that cheating is just a man's thing. Number two is that even if something happens and you leave, you don't think that where you are going to will be better, even though that's not even the plan of God for marriage. So two things are very wrong with it, and it's also a matter of the mind, right? Another thing that hits me hard is that you need to unlearn some things, right? There are some belief systems that we get from our parents. Trust me, it is not their fault. As I'm growing older, you see, when I was younger, I always feel like these are parents, they are too this, they are too that. But I'm growing older when it comes to finances, relationships. I realize that if they know better, they will do better, right? So we don't have to judge our parents and be like, it's a matter of the mind. Now, if you know these things are not right, you have to also work on yourself to unlearn them as well. And the final thing, I have a number of things, but the final thing that I will say now is that life consists of the things a man says daily. Okay, this is it. As a man thinks, so is he. And when I first moved to Oshobo, one word that kept ringing in my mind is as far as your eyes can see. A lot of us, we can't see anything. So we can't even see the future. We don't even know where we are going to. But as long as you know, oh, this is my business, so I'm only just having one customer today. In the next 3 months, I'll be having hundreds. That's what your mind can see. You are not there yet, but you can see it. So I would like to ask you, what is your eye seeing? Your eyes, what is it seeing? Is it seeing failure? Is it seeing disappointment? Is it seeing anxiety? Is it seeing mediocrity? What is your mind seeing? So another round of applause for Dr. Lamide Akala for this life-changing edition. Thank you very much, ma. So I would like to call on the Director of Academics, Mr. Oluwaseyi Odekumaya, as we proceed to the next stage of the panel session. And another round of applause for Dr. Lamide Akala for the next one.
All right, a round of applause once again for our speaker. Can we give it to her? She's going to be joining us in the panel session. You're welcome, ma. You can have your seat. Thank you so much. A round of applause as she joins. Do you you want to go first?
I think you should.
All right. It is such an honor to be here today, and it is such an honor to have you around, and we're really grateful for you. This is the second time you're coming, and it has always been a blessing back to back. I remember the first time that you came, a word you said has been ringing in my mind even until today. You said that learn everything about something and learn something about everything. And I see that you are an embodiment of that, right? If you go through her profile, you're going to see that she has done a variety of things across different disciplines. She has studied law, sociology, human relations, international agribusiness, and she's still doing all of that all together. She's the CEO and founder for Umera Farms, Umera Business School, Alafia Village, and there are a host of other things that she does. And so the first question on my mind is this: how do you balance it all? Is there a section of your subconscious programming that allows you to be able to undo all of this?
Thank you so much. So I'll say this. I said when I was speaking, I said something. I said you can't do all of these things without people. And that's just it. Anything you want to build in life, no man is an island. You need people that would build it. Even when Moses thought he could do it by himself, he had to run away and go on exile. After I realized that it's not good enough. After I realized that he couldn't do it by himself. Or are you getting me? So he had to come back at the appointed time, and he did it with people. You cannot. Even when he started doing it with people, he got to a point where he was still thinking he's doing it by himself. And his father-in-law had to come and meet him and let him know that, look, no, you can't do things the way you're doing it. You will kill yourself. So that's the way I balance it. I won't kill myself. I have people around me that help me with these things. Now, no matter what you want to achieve, even if you want to achieve 3 different things, you have to build a system for those 3 different things and allow people to manage those systems to build it. And that's exactly what Jethro told Moses. He said you have to build people in the 100s, 50s. You know, he broke it down for him. And let there be a system, an hierarchy that you can use to manage all of this that God has put in your hands. So that's how I do it.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
I was listening to someone yesterday, and he said that life is in phases and men are in sizes. I know that size does not come with age. Someone can be 40 years old and they can still be acting like a teenager.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. So how can we move from size to size? I don't know if my question is clear.
I understand what you're saying. I said something when I was speaking. When I showed you a picture of my screenshot, I have gotten to a stage where I can think like that and beyond. But there was a stage when I couldn't think like that. And for you to be able to do that, for you to be able to get to that stage, you have to keep building confidence to achieve things. It's only confidence that can help you to achieve things. And the only way to build that confidence is by setting those specific goals I mentioned. You set a specific goal, you eat it. Once you eat it, will you set another goal that is beneath that? No. Once you eat the next one, you set another one that is higher. And the only way you can do this is by equipping yourself. If you don't equip yourself with knowledge, the same knowledge that requires you to make 1,000 naira, it's not the same knowledge that you require to make a million naira. It's not the same knowledge that you require to make 100 million naira. No. You have to keep investing in yourself. And when you invest in yourself and you know some things, if for that knowledge alone, you understand? You want to move to the next level. You enter some rooms. You pay for access. Because it's not just about equipping yourself with knowledge. You have to pay for access. And there are some rooms you will enter. And life is a process. Don't, because we have said you should pay for access, it doesn't mean that you have to pay for it. No. You get to the stage when you know that, yes, I need to pay for that access. But life is in stages. Equip yourself continually with knowledge. And that knowledge will give you the confidence to keep hitting your goals and keep moving to the next level. Without it, it's like a lecturer one saying I want to be a professor without writing papers, without even being a PhD holder yet, without, do you know the kind of work they do, the kind of papers they write? You have not written one single paper and you say you want to become in the next 3 years I want to be a professor, and you have not written any paper by now. That's not a smart goal to make. So everything is in levels.
A round of applause for her. I learned something very strategic from what she said. She said life is in process, right? Is in levels. So from one level to another. I believe that the first check that she wrote for her first business was not 20 billion naira. You probably started from somewhere. So it's good to start small, but as you hit those goals, we continue to grow and we continue to get bigger. So if you have any questions from the audience as well, let's keep penning it down. You have ushers around you. They're going to give you pens and papers. If you don't have one, they will pass it around to you. But at the same time, if we have our online audiences as well, you can drop your comments on YouTube, on Facebook, on any platform where we are live streaming, and then we'll go through that as well. So there is something that I've consistently noticed about you, Ma. You are consistently you. Every single time. You are consistently you, and you are comfortable with being you. How does one get to that level where they build their confidence? You mentioned earlier that confidence is something that should be built if you want to be able to achieve all of these things. How do you get to a point where you build that confidence, where you are consistently you? So, to give a small context about that, I don't know if we joined ODES the last edition. She was a part of the speakers for ODES, and our session was uniquely unique. Like, it was one of the most insightful sessions, and it was one of the sessions that everybody could relate with. If you notice during this Mind Talk as well, it was something that every single person could relate with. She was able to break it down, even not to the point where you're a student, right? How are you able to consistently build? Are there things that you've done subconsciously that helps you build your confidence over time? And then how do you remain true to yourself? Yeah.
So you see, the question she asked and the question you just asked are just related. They are very related. Confidence doesn't come, it's gradual and subtle. Even when you start having it, you won't know. And you have to seek it. You have to. I remember the very first time I went for I didn't even know. See, if I had not, you guys are very lucky. If this is what you guys are listening to today, if I had the opportunity to listen to it when I was in university, I probably would have passed where I am today, but I have no regrets. I probably would have surpassed where I am today. There was just this hunger. There was just this hunger in me. I knew there was more about life. I mean, I've said it before, several places I've been to. I know how to make money. Making money has never been a problem for me. The boldness to make money has never been a problem. I think I've had that since when I was a child. Making money is not. If I tried from 100 level in university, I was selling earrings to my roommates, to my schoolmates, right from 100 level. So making money has not really been a problem. But life does not just consist of making money only. So I knew there was more. Even after university, I opened my own business. I was still making money. As far back as 2011, 2009, on a very bad month, I would make 1.2 million naira monthly. Then, that's a bad month. So, there was just this urge for more. And then I would always listen to, because I'm a Christian, so I would always listen to Daystar, TBN, and all the likes. And then I saw this somebody advertising. He was talking about business and leadership. I'm always listening to that program. Business and leadership. Business, leadership, anything to grow this mind. You know? And then when I went for his DLA program in Lagos, which was the very first, that's the very first program that I went for, that I paid with my own money to invest in myself, that I went for. And when I got to that program, the very first speaker was Nia Adesoye. I think that's why there's a connection between me and Dr. Nia. Was the very first speaker. And when he was speaking, because when I went for that program, my mom insisted that she was going to follow me, so we went together. As soon as we left that day, I said, Mom, see the way that man is speaking, I want to speak like that. I don't know how I'm going to do it all, but I want to stand in halls, in conferences and speak, and people will listen to me. And my mom, being the overly religious woman that she is, amen, 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 you know. But then when I go back home, and that's my man just told me, you don't even speak good English. So how do you want to go and speak in the front of people? You know? But then, you know, like I told you, your mind, it's your mind. Let me get down. Do you get? And I said, no, I will do it. I don't care. I will do it. And then I started going for conferences, started going for seminars. And I went to one conference one day, and one guy came to speak to us. And then the guy was like half my size, like you now. And then the guy was just, in fact, the guy did not go to university. And the guy was just speaking, he was just using E for she for E, and using R factor, S factor, you know. But the guy, people were listening because he has results. And this is exactly what I'm teaching in my class right now. When you have results, people will listen. It doesn't matter if you are from Ilé or whatever, you don't speak good English. As long as you have results, people will do what? Will listen. I was in the audience and I learned a lot from that guy that day. A whole lot. And that consolidated my confidence where you were. Wow, sorrow, you will speak. You will speak. And that's how, from there, I started looking for classes online. You know? And then I said, okay, you know what? But even the new guy that I listened to that spoke had a public speaking class. I went for the class. At first I was like, this money is too much to pay for. I think it was 80,000 naira. To teach me how to speak when we want to collect 80,000 naira. You know, I paid. I went. From there, I went for service one day and they played a video of John Maxwell. He was teaching us success, 5 levels of success or something. I went back home. Who is the John Maxwell guy? I went to read about the guy. All his videos on YouTube, I started watching back to back. 21 Inevitable Laws of Leadership, Laws of Success. I sunk myself into the guy's material. Everything rises and falls on leadership. You will not understand it today. But in fact, part of the things you want to put on your wall, put it there. You don't have to understand it today, you understand it one day. Everything rises and falls on leadership. You don't have to be the principal of the school. You don't have to be the president. You don't have to be a governor to be a leader. In your little sphere of influence, I say it everywhere I go. You are a leader. So, and then, because I've been following him, I said, whatever you follow, we follow you. So I started seeing ads of John Maxwell on Facebook. Become a public speaker. So I said, in America, I said, Waka. Let me look at it. You know how you just register for something that you're not sure you're going to do it. That's how I registered for it. say it's going to cost $5,000. And I will still fly. I will still get hotel. I will still, But I just thought to myself that sometimes you travel for no reason. You just travel. You go to London for no reason. Based on nothing. You go and do shopping, buy clothes, buy this and that. So I paid for that program. Do you think I will leave the shores of Nigeria, go for a program internationally, come back to Nigeria and remain the same? It's not possible now. It's not possible. And then when I go back, I was looking for something that is big, that was bigger than that. And that's how the journey should be. Would I have had the confidence to say I want to go and register in Harvard Business School to go and study what? You can do it. Once you climb through the first hurdle, second, to climb other hurdles will be easier. You have done it once, you require just a little bit of more effort to do the next time. A little bit of more effort added to those ones to do the next time. A little bit of more effort every time to do more. Everybody was made for more. Everybody was made for more. Everybody. I hope I've answered your question.
Everybody was
made for more. Everybody was what?
Made for more.
Well, you talked about something now that resonates with me. You talked about how everyone is a leader. But it is sad to see that not everyone thinks that they are a leader. And not everyone rise up to that capacity. Mm-hmm. So there can be a team of 10 people. Your job is to arrange the chairs. And nobody will want to. No. But once you think, we have to do this thing. We have to clear this thing. This thing has to be like this, like this, like this. You are gradually becoming a leader.
Yes.
Right? It is one step at a time. But if you feel like, you are intentionally pulling yourself back. Right? So that's why most people don't see themselves as leaders. Everybody is a leader. Right? But it comes with intentionality. How you see life, how you see people, how you see opportunities, how you see circumstances. It all boils down to that. And I think that's a very profound one, Ma. Another round of applause for Ma. For you, Ma.
Thank you.
So, creatives, techies, I want to speak on behalf of you. Should I go ahead? Should I go ahead? Overflow. I can't hear your voice, so should I go ahead? Thank you. Ma, creatives, techies, we have an issue on ground. The issue is that, so let me start from here. I went to moderate an event, and then a man was having a session, and he said, that they reached out to him to build a website, and he said, he's going to build it for, let's say, 3 million or so, but then they feel like, that money is too much. Then they had to go back to another developer, a junior one, that one is just growing, and was like, I can do it for 300,000 naira.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that what happened there is the power of the subconscious mind. Now, I understand that life is in process. Mm-hmm. If you are not here, don't put yourself here. Mm-hmm. Right? Walk until you get here. Mm-hmm. But then, sometimes, God has already given us the ability to say, okay, this is what I can do, and this is what I can charge. And people will still come and do it. Mm-hmm. But because of our mind, so techies, I believe that now I'm in the creative space, so I know that it happens to a lot of creatives. You are a videographer, they come to you. Normally you know that this video you should beat them like 1.2 million. But before, you don't want to lose them. You are in this survival mode. You are like, let me just collect 200,000 naira from them. So my question is this: how do we move from survival mode to growth mode?
Thank you. So I will say this is not peculiar to the techies. This is in every single industry. Now, what sets you apart from other people is positioning. How have you positioned yourself in the first place? There is something they say in Yoruba, Irinisini Isheni Lojo. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, that's one. Two, I said before, life is a process. You can't start out today, I want to charge that amount of money. What if you do a 1.2 million naira video and cannot even stand beside somebody that has charged 500,000 naira? It happens a lot in Nigeria. You have to be sure about what you are qualified to do, about the extent of your professionalism before you can start charging. Now, when you get to a point where you can charge and not blink an eye, it simply means that you are confident that you're going to deliver on that job. And the way you speak to the person that wants to give you the job, the person can sense it and know that this person is coming with professionalism. The person that wants to collect 200,000 naira might even be professional. Not professional, might be good. Might be very good. But the way the person presents themselves might not even present themselves. And you might want to go with the person that has said 1.2 and not go with that person. So it's up to that person. But you need to position yourselves well. And when I want to give people jobs, sometimes I just tell them, I said, is your phone with you? Can you please open up your Instagram page? Let me look at it. And then I look at your Instagram page, and yes, there's nothing related to what you even do. It's a bunch of crap of maybe selfies with filters of kitty on your head. I mean, that does not even speak to what you do. That does not speak to who you are. I don't care how good you are. I don't want to gamble. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's like, if you go through, see, it's normal. If you go through Fiverr, how many of you are on Fiverr here? You're on Fiverr. You need to teach them how to get on Fiverr. That techies now. So, on Fiverr, if you go on Fiverr, you see somebody offering, for as simple as, let me see, this your UI UX design. You somebody that is saying I can do it for $80. Starting from $80. You somebody that will say starting from $50. You see somebody that is saying starting from $1,000. Then you open their profile and they tell you all the things that they will do for you. The person that wants to charge you from $80 will not write the same things that, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So, but at the same time, you also need to build confidence. And building confidence means that you have to take up on jobs. It doesn't matter if you take up on jobs at 200K, 100K for a start. And by the time you get to a level, when you are getting to that level where you can charge that amount of money, you would know that you can charge. And for creatives, techies, there's somebody called Chris Do. Is there anybody in the room that knows him? You know Chris Do. Any other person in the room? Follow that guy. Follow that guy. You might be wondering, I'm not a techie. I know something about everything. Remember that. So, I follow Chris Do, and I am not a creative, but I've watched a few of his videos, and sometimes I still go back. What is this on my page? No. Down. Who is that? He tweeted that. Was it a tweet or whatever? I screenshotted and I put on my page. On my screensaver. So 2 of my phones are not idle. The screensavers are loaded. So this is Chris Do. It's not into agriculture. It's not into agriculture. Every time I tell myself I'm going to do, I don't know if you see if I posted it, I'm going to do maybe like a radio talk or a YouTube video, whatever. I keep, you understand, because I'm very busy. So I saw what he wrote. I'm 51. I started YouTube at 42. I'm not yet 42. Oh yeah, I'm 42. Hey, Jesus. He said, go serious on IG at 46. YouTube subscribers now 2.1 million. IG followers now 880,000. So I put the half screenshot there just to remind myself that you can still do it. So follow Chris Do, and Chris Do would help you to build that confidence to be able to charge. Chris Do charges, I don't know, he teaches people, hey, you can charge $10,000 for one logo. Abi, you follow him. So It's you. It's the inside, your mind. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can. You can.
A round of applause for her once again. The questions keep piling up. I'm wondering if we're going to have the time to take all of this, but we'll take as many as we can. You said life is a process. So if someone steps into a process and fails, should the person move on or try again?
So, okay, let me answer it this way. Life is a process. You will fail sometimes. In fact, most times you might fail. You fall down how many times? 7 times you get up. Exactly. You keep getting up. That failure is your story. It's your story. Your success story is in that failure. So you keep getting up. It's not a big deal. You're not the first to fail. All the great names you hear today, do you know how many things they failed at? They failed at so many things. I have failed at so many things. I have failed at so many things. You think that thing, this business will do so well. This business, and then you start it, and then along the line, Nigeria will Nigeria you. Something will shall happen, and then you have to drop it. Even Dangote that you see as failed in some businesses, you realize it's not working. He dropped it. I don't know if you remember Dancer Juice. There was Dancer bottled water.
There was Dancer.
So even all the trucks then were branded Dancer. Where is Dancer today? He dropped it probably because he felt, look, this is not going to work. So you will fail, you will get up, and you will continue. But there's one thing that I want to let you know. You see that self-awareness I talked about? Very key. Because to thyself, you have to be true. You have to be authentic. There are some journeys that you need to quit. Nobody needs to tell you, you will know. The journey of life is what you will not quit on. If you start a business and you can foresee that that business is not going to work, and you can tell maybe because of policies that are not in alignment with your business or regulations, this is just fact. It's not, or maybe because the place is too sad, the market share is too small for you to operate in. I think that's what happened to Dancer Juice. Maybe the market share was just all over the place. So if you realize that, look, I need to quit this business, and then somebody comes to meet you and say, Mercy comes and say, don't quit. You're a fighter. Don't quit. You are deceiving yourself. Oh. There are some businesses, there are some things in life that you need to quit. But what you don't quit on is the journey of life. The minute you quit on that, you must have a plan for the next phase. You can even say, okay, let me press the rest button. Let me rest a bit. Recalculate. And then start something immediately. But that you should not quit one thing. That one I lie. But the journey of life, don't quit. Never ever quit.
A round of applause for her. So this question says, how do you grow smart? How do you learn everything about something and learn something about everything?
You have to be hungry for it.
Shared. I feel like he shared quite a number of things on that already. She went to quite a number of places, paid for resources, paid for conferences, paid for seminars, digested information on social media, on YouTube, followed Chris Doe, binged on his content a lot. I think that would really help. How can we position ourselves for opportunities? Then do you have any book recommendation for self-development?
Yes. So I like what your school does. You guys read a book every month, and I saw that you guys are about to read Peter Thiel, 0 to 1. Excellent book. Very, very good book. Very good book. In fact, me and my friends, my 2 sisters, we did a mastermind within ourselves on that book. So you're already in a space where you guys are being, not just resources, being motivated, being, inspired to do more with yourselves. So there's no amount of books I'll tell you. Okay, maybe a few books like, get my book.
Yeah. She's an author, by the way.
Get my book, The Rich Christian. Get it. But there's one book that, everybody has to read. Think and Grow Rich. You Yes, that book, everybody has to read it. It would help you. It would, in fact, it would. How many of you have read it?
It was part of the book club.
Everybody read that book. See, even John Maxwell has written so many books, but he keeps doing a mastermind on that book with us. I'm telling you, that man has written so many bestsellers, John Maxwell, but he has a what's it called? A mastermind where we used to go in back then. And we would go there and we would sink into this Think and Grow Rich, and we would do it for 12 good weeks. Chapters by chapters, breaking it down. Everything, that's why I said everything rises and falls on leadership. That book, Leadership. When everything I'm saying is a part of that book. You now find out when you read that book, you are connecting dots. Okay. Believe in myself. It talks about faith. So Think and Grow Rich. Read that.
Awesome. A round of applause for her again. So we have a question from YouTube. Azan Abdul Fatai. And I think this person is very interested in agriculture.
Oh, okay.
So he asks, is it possible to balance technology and agriculture?
Yes, very possible. There are several things you can do. I was telling you that I have a problem with focus and ideas. On Thursday, I was at an event in Lagos. I was speaking at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce on agriculture and AI solutions. And I've been thinking since, not AI solutions, tech solutions. So I've been thinking, what exactly is in that space, in the agricultural space that needs technology in Nigeria? And there's a whole lot, because in Nigeria as we speak, there's no blockchain technology. So if you want to get into agriculture, and that's to all the folks in here too, if you want to get into agriculture and you're thinking, I can't go to the farm, you can create solutions for farmers. I'll give you one problem. We don't export our yam to America, Canada, and the likes, the other parts of the country. You get to America, you want to buy yam, you see from Ghana. Now, let me tell you this. Ghana does not produce half of the yam that Nigeria produces. So you know what we do? Because there is a traceability issue. You know what traceability is now? You guys are techies. Blockchain is input from farm to the end. You're tracing the product. You're tracing from the minute the information, and it cannot be altered once it gets into that blockchain. So you're putting the information into the blockchain. Now, we don't have that. So Nigeria sends their yam to Ghana, but because we have this bad image and integrity issues, they don't want to take our yam. So they don't take our yam. So they don't export yam from Nigeria. So what you do is now, you, as a yam person, if you want to export yam, you export it to Ghana. Ghana will buy it from you at a rubbish price. Then the Ghanaians will now export our yam to America, and in the supermarket it's tagged Ghanaian yam. So I've just given you one problem right there. And there are several host of problems. So you can build a blockchain technology. It might take time for it to boom, but it will boom because it's much needed. And you can integrate it with farms and stand as a company that is full of integrity. And even though it might take time, but there's something about values. When you hold on to values, the values will tell a story about who you are. And people would definitely patronize the business.
Oh, wow. So I learned two major things from that. I think the first one talks about integrity, like you said. And I'm super glad there are a lot of resources that are at our disposal that we're not making use of yet, and we keep asking for more resources. The MindTalk is a resource on its own, because your speakers come over again and again and they talk about character, they mention on integrity over and over. You should know this is something you should take serious. And then the second thing is this: there's someone that asked the question and you already answered it. The person is asking if you should go into Web3, blockchain development and all of that. Should they switch and all of that? So I think this is an answer for you. The Web3 space is full of opportunities as well. However, there is a requirement from the software development aspect that you have to get. So you're not really quitting. Instead, you are just evolving. I hope that has been answered for that person. All right. Someone asked, how can I unlearn things? How can I flush out bad thoughts and mind that have been programmed from childhood?
Intentionality. Once you are intentional, once you say to yourself, I want to unlearn things that do not serve me, that will not serve me in the future, or serve my family, or serve my nation, or serve, you understand? As long as it does not serve me, I am unlearning it. And the only way to unlearn it is replacing it with learning new things. There is no magic to it. Learning new things, that is the only way. Replacing it. You understand? And be conscious of it. You throw away all those negative thoughts that says that you cannot learn new things. And nobody is too old to learn new things.
Thank you very much. There's something you said about self-awareness, and I think this dials down to it as well. Because sometimes the way they've been programmed, you may not even know that they are bad.
True.
So you actually have to think on your thoughts. Like, wait, why am I saying that women should not wash plates? Logically speaking, how is it impeding my growth?
Men should not wash plates.
Men should not wash plates. How is it impeding my growth? Where did I even get that from to begin with? And I think that learning process, like you said, will work. My question is, how did you scale through your achievements and dreams, and lots more being a woman, a wife, and a mother? And this is coming from a female.
I've answered that question already.
And you did already.
So it's structures, systems, building people along the way. You can't build yourself only. You have to build people. And that's the way you have to do it.
All right. Someone asked again, always have the spirit of being the boss. I always have the spirit of being the boss, though I have mentors. But I do... okay, let me try to see if I can rephrase this. So the person is wants to be the boss, and he wants to have his own company, and he's scared of 9 to 5, right? He wants to have a life of freedom. I'm not saying where the question is, but I think it's around that. Is it necessarily a bad thing to want to own your own company? Is it bad to stay with 9 to 5 jobs? I think it's along that line that the person is asking.
So, if you follow me on Instagram, you would already know my stand. I believe in 9 to 5, and I believe in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, yes, people say that it gives you freedom to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. But it's not necessarily freedom. Because we work 24 hours, 7 days a week. We're always thinking on our feet. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons why people will say, don't do a 9 to 5, you have to see, self-awareness, very key. Know you and do you. If you're not called out to be an entrepreneur, don't do it. You will be frustrated. So frustrated that it might even cause sickness. And if you're not called to be a 9 to 5er, don't do it. But people think that being an entrepreneur is what makes you rich. It's a lie. You can be a 9 to 5er and still be rich. In fact, I've seen 9 to 5ers that are richer than entrepreneurs. That's another class on its own. It's what you do with what you get. You will see an entrepreneur that is making money and wasting the money on rubbish, buying what he's not supposed to buy, having a lifestyle that he's not supposed to have. And then you see a 9 to 5er who understands this is how much I get every month. I don't need to stress myself about ideas or whatever. I'm working for this person, I'm delivering on this. This is what I get, and this is how I budget it. And this is the amount of money I use to reinvest, to make more money for me, so that a time will come when I'm just being paid. My money is working for me. In fact, that's another class entirely. But if you feel, if you know within yourself, if that gut feeling is telling you that you're supposed, and then please ditch that mindset of boss. Just ditch that boss mindset and just look. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to create solutions for something. What are you solving? What problem are you solving? What new idea are you bringing to the table? That's the way you should see it. Not that because you're looking for freedom. If it's freedom you're looking for, don't let Instagram deceive you. There's some things you have to, in fact, you get to a level of self-awareness for you to understand that this freedom they're talking about now lie. Mr. David and his wife will get to Matna sleeping, they're thinking about SQI children. Abi? They're thinking of what to do next for you guys. Is that freedom? It's not freedom now. So if it's freedom you're looking for, but if you're looking for how to add value to humanity, how to solve problems, and you feel like you're being called to become an entrepreneur, it's not about being a boss. Forget it. It's not about being a boss. It's about solving problems. It's about building people. And that's how you should think. So think differently.
Thank you very much, ma. I remember I saw a quote. I'll just paraphrase. It says that there are people who do 9 to 5, and then they work in an organization. But entrepreneurs work 9 to 5 works from Monday to Friday. Entrepreneurs work from Sundays to Sunday, and there is no deadline. Like 12 a.m. you can be up. There's something going on at the factory that you have to attend to, and you have to. All right. So it's better to focus on actually solving problems than focusing on should it be 9 to 5, should I be an entrepreneur. I saw another news on Elon Musk. They said they were going to pay him a package of $1 trillion. It was a conditional pay compensation based on the output he's able to deliver over a certain period of time, over the next couple of years. So focusing on solving the problem will just get you there. Thank you very much for that, ma. You are a child and you have 2 parents. One of them are supportive of your goals and the other is always complaining about your goals and discouraging you. And as time goes by, you start believing the things that they are saying. How do you plan to set that lost goal? I think that has to do with discouragement and external factors. How do you still stay on the goal even when you're not being supported?
One person is supporting you, right? It's only one person is not supporting you. So whoever is supporting you, lean into that person and keep listening to that person, and always avoid situations where the other person is going to speak negatively into your goals. Just avoid it, and don't try to have a bait. When you do things that your dad will talk, or your mom, whoever is the one feeding the negativity, they will say something about it. Just don't do it beside them. Avoid it as much as you can, and focus on the positivity. Focus on the one that is feeding you, and move with that.
Okay, thank you very much. You mentioned something about starting small. I want to start a business. I'm starting with 20,000 naira. I don't know how to manage it. It's a hair accessory and jewelry business. How do I go about it? How do I start small? I think the principle that you share on this will apply to every other thing, really.
So it's just start. Now what you are doing here is trying to give yourself excuses for not starting. How much is 20,000 you want to manage? I mean, you want to learn how to manage. You want me to teach you how to manage 20,000, or you want somebody to teach you how to manage? Just start the business, my dear. Take that 20,000 to the market. If you need to give 5,000 for your transportation and your feeding, take 15K to the market. Just buy the thing you need to buy and start. The worst thing that could happen is that nobody buys your hair accessory business. Your hair accessories. That's the worst that could happen. And then okay, maybe there's no deficit in the market for that. Maybe I'll go into something else. Just start. And I shared a story of how I started in 100 level in university. What did I start selling? I started selling earrings. And my monthly pocket money was 5,000 naira. But when you're going to school, one auntie will just say, I want to just take 1,000, take 500. So I think I had like 8K or so. And I was dropped in school on a Wednesday. By Friday, I'd finished registration, blah, blah, blah. Friday, I just left it to school. I went to enter Sole, and I went to Lagos Island straight. And I used the whole 5,000 naira to buy earrings. I was not looking for, look, see, you just have to be dog-headed. Nobody's going to help you come and say, I manage 20,000 naira. I went to Lagos Island, and I used all the 5,000 naira to buy earrings. When I go back to the house, my mom said, "Shoti lo niye money motin lo." Oh God, hey, baba re o si mo pe wa se ko money she doesn't know. Okay, mommy, mo ti na gbogbo owó yẹn tán, ẹ fún mi lówó mọ́tò. My mom did not give me past that owó mọ́tò. She gave me the exact owó mọ́tò. So I was on Lifeline. I got to school. I know I had to start selling those earrings immediately. I put everything on my bed, and see, the most expensive earring I bought was 15 naira. Everything was between 20 naira and 15 naira. But you know, just said law of averages. Put everything on the bed. 200. I'm a Lagos girl now. I went into the hostel, the middle of the hostel. As soon as they finished prayer, I said, "Everybody, wait! Oh, earrings, beautiful earrings in my room. 200. And that's how they rushed to my room. That night, everything finished. The following Friday, Lagos Island. I had almost times 3 of my money. The following Friday again, by this time I was buying jeans skirts, and then I was buying skirts because it's only skirts you're allowed to wear by university. I was buying skirts and I was selling. That's how you grow. Nobody's going to take a bet on you. You want them to come and manage 20,000. Start.
Somebody say start. She said something subtly in what she mentioned as well, which is promote your business. Like, why do you have a business and nobody knows about it? Carry it on your head. I checked Umera website very recently and I saw someone carrying cashew on it. I looked at that picture and I said, this is how. She's the one carrying cashew, and she shared at ODS, right, about the content that she creates. You know, you're seeing her sitting by somewhere that looks villagey. She's eating goat meat and she's drinking all of that, and she's moving. She's using it to sell content, right? Be a content creator if you're going to do business. Are we together? Thank you very much for your time, man. We're really grateful.
You're welcome.
We don't get to have you very often, so we want to grab all that we can. So please, permit us to grab all we can, ma. All right. Let's just have maybe 1 or 2 people that want from the audience. I think director may have any questions. The director may have any questions. If they have some, so that we can quickly round off. Anybody in the audience that wants to ask? All right. Okay. Great.
I have too many questions.
I'm very sure you have answers to all those questions.
But they have taken all the time. This is a powerful session. The time when you mentioned about you wrote a check for yourself. Yeah. I remember I did the same thing in 2006 when my sister left for Canada. Mm-hmm. So she left her checkbook, which she never used, GT Bank. And the day was so bad, that day I was so broke, like no food. Mm-hmm. So I took that check and I wrote 10 million naira. And I just put it somewhere. So after 10 years that I saw that 10 million naira, I was like, 10 million naira. I should have written more. But that I was thinking, I was blowing my mind, like,
stages.
Yes, like you said, it's in stages. So you've mentioned something about painting it everywhere during the time when you were talking about environments, and I seems to find it. I want to mention about this. When some serious events experience create a trauma for people, I see how it's very difficult to recreate an environment for them. Like, it takes years. Sometimes it's just impossible. And there are cases whereby you've been able to perform a miracle, maybe on people, on someone that have gone through extreme trauma. And what are the strategies you use?
So, I don't help people out of traumas. It's not my calling. I know my limitations. But you see, that's one of the things we need in our environment. We need people to embrace therapy more. Now, the only form of therapy we have in Nigeria is the church. And unfortunately, if you're not careful and you end up in the wrong church, they might even make your problems multiply. Because now they start judging you. Now they start, because people are going through real issues. And there are people in the private space that can help. If you find yourself in the right church, like I mentioned, the right church, they can also help you. Because all of these things sometimes, I'm sorry, but it's spiritual. I don't mean it's a demon, no. Don't get me wrong. Life is a spirit. So you have to, we have to, I have limitations when it comes to bringing people out of trauma. I can't do it because he eats at me too. He's standing here looking very strong. I'm a very emotional person. And even me can enter that trouble with you and be crying for you and get to be having sleepless night on your problem and be saying, why is this person going through this? Sometimes I was, okay, I'll give you an example. Somebody was going through something. She shared that story on Instagram. I don't know her from anywhere. I was just looking at the carousel and listening to the story and I was crying. So is that bad? So I have limitations. I don't bring people out. However, if people reach out to me on Instagram and they tell me about their trauma, I know where to direct them to. So I direct them to people that I know can help them out of that trauma. And then sometimes you can go for general gatherings where there's something we do at our Made for More conference. Were you at our conference last year? Oh, okay. There's something we do at our conference every year. It's like a cleanse. Even though that is just step one. Healing is very key. Everybody needs to go through healing. We've all been traumatized, one way or the other. So there's a session we do in that hall where we just talk about cleansing your mind. You close your eyes. You think about all of the things that you have gone through. You search through the past, and then to my surprise, you see people across the hall crying, wailing, because they are letting out some experiences, some traumas. They are letting it out. So for me, you can reach out to me. I can direct you on who can help you, but I personally cannot be the one to help.
Thank you very much. Mr. Femi, your question very quickly so that we can. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the wonderful talk so far. So my question goes thus. I will begin with an illustration. So nowadays, our recent generation, the younger generation now, they grow up with different information. And I will say overload of information. So from Twitter, from Instagram, from TikTok, from parents, from grandparents, etc. Different information. To the extent that the subconscious is now so overloaded or maybe confused. And to the extent that it is now so hard to feed the conscious. Now, I was having some recent conversation with some of my younger ones, and they are like, what can they do with the course they have studied? I was like, before you go and study the course, you didn't ask that question before. I now discovered they were so confused on what course to go and study, to the extent that the one they picked safe was not what they wanted, not what their parents wanted, but just what they saw online, and eventually they go for it. And also on Twitter, we have those projecting their trauma on others as what is, the standard. Thank you very much, as a standard. Now, how can we, solve, because it's like a major issue for me. How can we solve this now?
It is a major issue. It's a very major issue. You have to guide your heart with due diligence. Due diligence. I say it all the time. See, social media is not it's not the solution to your problems. I like what you just said. It's not the blueprint to life. Because there's a lot of information out there. And I'd say it, when you get home, or when you're by yourself, you separate the wheat from the chaff. And you cannot separate the wheat from the chaff if you're not self-aware. And if you're not building knowledge on your own, if you're not building your own knowledge, your own capacity, it in fact, you will not be able to be difficult for you to separate the wheat from the chaff. You have to just separate it. Because no matter what, you will always find out that there is junk online. And you're very right. Some people will project their own. See, even your parents can project their trauma on you.
Yeah.
Your parents can project their trauma on you. Such that there might be some ladies that will be afraid to get married. There might even be some guys that are afraid to get married. So, you just have to be self-aware. Grow. Speak to people. Belong to a community. In fact, you're in a perfect community. But this is the larger community. Find 2 people or 3 people who you can share almost everything with. And people that are not afraid to tell you the truth. And you too should have an open mind to be able to listen. Don't take everything you see on social media as hook, line, sinker. Don't. Be careful and guide your heart with what? All diligence. Please.
Another round of applause. All right, so we have come to the end of this session, and we at SQI would like to say thank you for showing up despite your very busy schedule. We appreciate you, we love you, and we hope to see you next time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming, ma.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Another round of applause for her. Thank you, ma. Yes, as we round up, I would like to, please let's have our seats. As we round up, I would like to call on Janet Oduleke to take the remaining part, to take the announcements and show your work part, while Mr. Blessing Adegboyega will round off today's event, and then photographs will follow after this. Thank you very much for having us.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, sorry, it's afternoon already. Good afternoon, everyone. I mean, we should have more energy than that. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a very great event, like very, very amazing event. Thank you so much, Ma, once again. We are so glad to have you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll be going into announcement for today. So the first announcement here is for this Mind Talk that we do every month. There is a team behind it that makes it happen every single month. There is a team that is making all these beautiful things that you're seeing come to life. But first of all, can we appreciate the Mind Talk team? No, we should do better. If they are not doing this, you won't have all of this. So thank you, but we need more people to join the Mind Talk volunteers team. We need people in different teams. There are many teams that you can join, but most especially we need people in protocol department. So if you feel like this is something that you can do, please, there is a link that you register through. So we need people for the protocol department. We need people for the media group. So if you're skilled in maybe design, videography, you can live stream, all of those things. We need people for the media department as well as event hosts. So we need more people who can stand here and host this event. So if you feel like you are skilled in any of those aspects, protocol, media, and event hosting, please do well to register through the link that I will spell out here. So go to bit.ly/SQI volunteer. Everything in small letter. So bit.ly/SQI volunteer. Register there, put your details, and the team will reach out to you. Do we get that? Do we get that? Okay, so I have another big announcement. So how many of us know about the Show Your Work and Win that we do every month? If you have heard of it before, you have participated. Can I see your hands up? Oh, a number of people don't. Okay, so I will have to. Okay. So because the announcement I'm about to give is a big announcement, we'll come back to it. But because we also do not want to delay our guest for today, we want to have a picture or pictures with the guest for today. So we'll quickly have that very quickly. So media team, are you ready for us? So please, everyone, can you stand up on your feet? Yes. Protocol, please, I need 1, 2 people here. Need to move this. Okay, so this is how we are going to have it. All principal officers from the college, we will have a picture with the guest first. So the rector, the director of academics, the dean of student affairs, the registrar. So they will have a picture first before we have a picture with all staff, and then the student follows after. So the principal. Yeah, we can have a selfie. So like a selfie video. Okay, we should have that first.
All right, media.
Who is coordinating? Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Okay. So are we announcing something?
No, should we? All right, please take it in the very best way you can take it. So I was thinking downstairs we will take, as many people as possible. Okay. All right, we can please stay now here. Thank you. All right, you may be seated. People in the audience. Thank you. So, members of the staff, please. Idozia member, you are the people powering this. Ensure you show before they say you do not go to Chicago.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so thank you. Can we jam our hands together as our guest leaves the room? Can we say we love you, ma? Thank you. So our final announcement for the day as we round up this event. So I was talking about our Show Your Work and Win, and I think a number of us do not have an idea what it's about. So let me quickly explain what the Show Your Work and Win is about. Now, in your several departments, UI, UX, robotics, whatever department you're in, you have your classes, you're given tasks,